Okay, here's what I use to make the bread recipe. Flour, any kind of flour will do. On the second rise, to keep my bread from sticking to my cutting pad, I'll use cornmeal, but you can use flour instead, so this is actually optional. I use sugar, which is optional, salt, water. Okay, I have my yeast, I buy it. It's about $2, I think. Rapid Rise. You want to make sure you get that kind. Some kind of fast acting. Step 1 is 3 cups of flour. Just take your 1 cup scoop. Try to be pretty level, but I'm not going to pack it. You don't have to actually be very exact here. You don't have to weigh it if you don't want to, because you're going to adjust your water for your flour. I think for convenience I'll just stick with 3 cups of white, but usually I use 2 cups of white and 1 cup of whole wheat. Okay, 3 cups of flour. You saw how I measured kind of randomly. Okay, I'm going to put this flour into my mixing bowl. Okay. Now you don't want to add too much extra salt because it will inhibit the yeast growth. You can use a little bit more, but not too much more. Okay. I add a tablespoon of sugar. This is optional, but it gives the yeast something to eat. Okay, gonna open it up. Now, the recipe calls for 1/4 teaspoon. In the summer, that will really do you. If your yeast is brand new and in good shape, that will do you. If you think your house is really cold, if you think your yeast is old and not working so well, 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon if you're in a hurry and you're worried. But if you use a 1/4 teaspoon, this will make 5 loaves of bread. So what I do is I fold it over the top, I clap it, I put it back in the freezer. It's going to be good for about a month. Then you're going to mix this up. Very complicated, not. Okay. You want just over 1.5 cups. It's kind of hard to show on the screen. But for the kids, I marked just over 1.5 cups. I'm going to put in almost all of it. Just leave a little bit out for now, because I want to see how my flour is going to do with the water. And I didn't have to measure or weigh the flour exactly, but this is where you're going to compensate with your water. And in the No Knead Times recipe, he says you want it to look like shaggy dough. And that's looking pretty shaggy. See how shaggy it looks? So I've got some dry at the bottom. I'm going to put a little more of my water in. And guess what, folks? It's bread dough. The bread's ready to sit for 18 hours. To keep it from drying out, you take a towel, a kitchen towel, get it wet, and you're going to cover it like that, and now you need to find a place to put it away for 18 hours.